play of the game from way down.
True, silence. Rainer getting absolutely
A team wipe.
The living bomb's going.
Oh my goodness, the ring. Bob says Nico gonna find Rainer.
Alrighty, welcome everybody to the Nexus Gaming Series. Tonight we're gonna catch a match between Division D East Heroes Champions, Team E-Lite, and Phoenix Rising Amethyst. Let's take a look and see where are we, what are we doing, and what are these teams setting up for with this game. Out of the gate, Team E-Lite gonna give us Tomb of the Spider Queen as our first map selection tonight. We've got Braxis Holdout and Dragonshire both banned out by Team E-Lite. Phoenix Rising Amethyst banning out the Volsky Foundry and Infernal Shrines. And just a quick peek here at the standings. Where are we looking? So we've got Team E-Lite and Phoenix Rising Amethyst. Very important game for both of these teams. The winner of this game could very well find themselves sitting at number 8. Team E-Lite, or possibly even higher. Team E-Lite needs 2 points to make sure that they stay within the playoffs. They could be higher than Nexus Cats, or they could remain in their current position at number 8. But they need 2 points to make sure that Phoenix Rising Amethyst cannot overtake them in the standings, as this is their last game. But Phoenix Rising Amethyst has 2 games. So 1 point would give Phoenix Rising Amethyst the opportunity to get a grand total of 11, which would tie them with Team E-Lite. But they would have the tiebreaker. So that's where we're at right now. Very important game, but let's get started here. And I'm here. I got to show off for my buddy Rec. Oh yeah, buddy. Check it out. Woo! Oh, wait, regen. All right, there we go. Enough of that. There's your surprise. You can hang out or take off, whatever you want to do now. But so we do have Deathwing left up here. Tomb of the Spider Queen's a small map, so his global value is less, but he does still have the ability to do a lot of damage in these narrow choke points. We're going to see an ETC, the first pickup of the night. By the way, Alpha says hello to everybody out there. And leaving. So a lot of mage bans here coming out from Phoenix Rising, but it's going to be a Nazebo and Leoric, the first couple of picks here from Team E-Lite. So those are a couple of heroes that would go really well into a Deathwing, coincidentally. This is probably Nazebo's best map, in my opinion. You know what? Good point. Good question. Alpha time or Alice time. We'll get Alice time after this game, because she takes a little bit more effort to get onto the screen. We're gonna see Cassia and Stukov, the next pickups here. So interesting setup so far. So no additional blinds just at the moment. We could still see like an Artanis if they want to do that, but right now Cassia is all on her own looking for those blinds. We're going to continue the mage bans, as Jaina going to be banned. And I like the Jaina ban. That's a nice, easy, just burst damage dump right into the mosh pit. Do we see the Deathwing? All right, so Ana going to be put to rest on this one. So, and that's a nice ban. ETC could be slept out of a mosh pit. He doesn't quite have the health pool of other heroes, so he wants to make use of that armor, but also the potential for the honor grenades onto Stukov. You could also see somebody like a Sonya, or I mean even a Mal'Ganis, or one of those other heroes, Thrall maybe, and the Ana would really reduce their effectiveness. But instead, it's going to be the Anduin. My guess would be that it's a comfort pick, Monkus. Unless there's something else here that they want to take, like, I don't know, they could potentially look at a Cho'Gall at this point. They'd be doing it into a whole bunch of counters. And this is interesting, like, this is very much of a counter Deathwing comp with no Deathwing, right? They got all of the tank shredding abilities and heroes, but no real high health target anyways, right? And there you go, gonna get a little bit of a dive tank here from the Muradin. Also gonna help with potential mosh pit, can stop the Cassia Fend. Let's see, so who am I missing? Got Leoric, there we go. Well, let's go ahead and put up a vote. Who do you guys think's gonna win this one between these two teams here? We got Team E-Lite on the left. We got Phoenix Rising Amethyst on the right. Get that poll started. No mage for PRA. They banned them all, right? They got rid of them all. Can't have them. All right, vote in chat. Go to the drop down, select which team you think's gonna win, and then hit vote. You don't hit vote, your vote doesn't count. Very important that you actually push the button. Team of the Spider Clan. All right, so well, we'll come back to that. Let's go ahead and get the teams introduced. On the right, we've got Phoenix Rising Amethyst. It's going to be Boom No Slack on Cassia, Yahtzee playing the Vala, Select Draco on Stukov, Inti on ETC, and Sius. Yeah, we'll go Sius. Sius on the Thrall. On the left, we've got Team E-Lite. It's going to be Delta Sniper playing the Muradin, Aura Luna on the Anduin, Jungle Jim playing that Nazebo, Iron Maiden playing Tychus, and Leoric going to be played by Dauntress. So Leoric's going to be hanging out in this bot lane versus the Thrall, but what this is going to enable them to do is make use of Nazebo and build up those stacks as quickly as possible, so that if they do get to that level 20, they get that Vile Infection, right? Getting that big burst in damage. I guess not burst, but it's a burst as far as seeing his numbers spike up. We're going to see some slight adjustments on talents, or some less often picked talents. We do have the Rolling Thunder. That's a new adjustment here. Went up to 3%. So that's going to give him some extra healing as well. Muradin going to get put into the silence, stunned by the ETC. But is going to get caught by that Root Zombie while coming in, and Delta Sniper diving in, looking for the Vala as well. And that's a double kill for Team E-Lite, starting this game off heavy. 50-50 on the votes. Fair enough, folks. But so we do have the Spider build here for Nazebo. Going to give him a cooldown reduction when that's completed, as well as the 30% that's always been there. We saw that Rolling Thunder, as mentioned, the 3%. That's damage and healing. 3% damage to them and healing to Thrall. We got the Prog Rock for ETC, keeping it as per normal. And then Cassia going into the blind here, Seraph's Hymn. So additional damage when she blinds heroes. And I say she because nobody else blinds. We got third win for Muradin, so he's going to have a lot more of that self-healing. Fealty unto death, is that this one? Yeah, so he's going to... Leoric's going to get the additional healing and mana for every minion, not just the ones that he kills, but the ones that his opponents kills too. And what else do we have? What's this Tychus one? Is this the cooldown? It is the cooldown. So he's gonna, every time he uses his little hop, skip away, his run and gun, that reduces the cooldown of his minigun. Now, minigun's normally a 12-second cooldown, so that brings it down by 8 seconds. But that only matters if you actually wait, right? You have to use it when it's not active, otherwise the cooldown is not begun. And going into the rhythm, that can be real easy to, I don't want to say waste the cooldown, because obviously if you're using it, you're probably wanting to get out anyways. All right, a little bit of a brawl here as ETC is going to come down. The Wraithwalk going to happen here for Leoric, giving him the Unstoppable, as Zebo trying to gather as many of these spiders as possible. Currently sitting at 42 stacks, so doing pretty well. Definitely on pace to get to that 175 before level 20. With the ETC rotation down into the bot lane, though, Thrall is going to get to work on this camp. Now, it looks like Vala and Stukov are going to do the same. But Team E-Lite is pretty close on their gems, and with everybody missing on the map, they're going to just start working on structure damage. And especially on this map, I find that the camps are relatively easy to clear. They come into the lane fairly quickly. There's not a lot of space. And so if they're allowed to just get a turn-in off this, I mean, I think that they still get a lot of value. They being Team E-Lite. Hey, you can't sit on that arm. I need that arm. Let's check in on Leo versus Thrall. Oh, Leo taking a lot of damage there, but he's able to back away. ETC used a tap here, but Zombie Wall gonna hit 2. The Face Melt coming in to knock away the Zombie Wall. Very important, that Face Melt. Gives ETC a way to open up the door for his teammates, basically. 33 out of 50 for Team E-Lite, 30 out of 50 for Phoenix Rising Amethyst. So gonna see a rotation down. ETC holding that bush, catching the Muradin coming in. And Vala going into kind of an interesting build, getting the puncturing arrow, but not taking the level 1 talent to go with it. Monster Hunter. Nice silence from the Stukov here. Dauntress is going to get the turn in, so that's going to be Web Weavers coming out. And you know what, good on them to clear out those camps to get some value, right? The wall at mid lane, a little bit of the bottom tower in bot lane as well. So definitely getting some value out of those camps, but Team E-Lite taking the time to clear those out means that they can focus fully on this objective. And let me pop chat out because I can't actually see chat. I need to adjust this. Oh, that works. Oh man, there's a lot. You guys are chatty Cathys tonight. Let's check in here on Leo and Thrall. Leo getting the skeletal swing onto Thrall. Got him pretty low there. But Thrall using his tap. Top lane though, fort all the way down. And that is a fantastic push coming out from E-Lite. They're already working on the second one. Bot lane is going to be cleared out here soon. Do they actually get 2 forts out of this? I mean, they've got a huge wave here. They might be able to do this. Silence going out on the Muradin, but there's nobody there to really stop and keep him locked down. Now the XP advantage slightly in favor of Phoenix Rising here, but it's Team E-Lite with all the structure damage. Now Muradin positioning to maybe try to jump over and get this Thrall, but I think somebody did show there. Let's check in on what Thrall can see. So Thrall can see, yeah, he did see people up there by the control points. And it looks like Boom No Slock is going to go ahead and get most of what they need turned in here. Puncturing arrow. Alright, so there's the Muradin getting the stun onto Cassie here. Sitting at 6 stacks on the Stormbolt base trait quest there. In the bottom though, Leoric getting very low. Probably going to fall? I mean, a Chain Lightning finishes it, but he doesn't have the cooldown. All right, well, Leoric getting out with 10s of health. So there you go. Gonna see the top lane the priority as level 10s available for both teams. I'm a little surprised by the salvation pick. But it's not too surprised. Like, I can see how it can work. So we got the salvation, we got the Draken laser drill here, the stun going out onto ETC, preventing him from getting a good power slide in and a mosh pit there. Gonna be Ravenous Spirit along with the Avatar and Entomb. On the other side though, we've got the Ball Lightning, Earthquake, Mosh Pit, Massive Shove, and Rain of Vengeance. And there's the silence onto Nazebo there, getting a stun onto Stukov. Here comes that salvation. It gets interrupted almost immediately. The Mosh Pit going out is going to give them the kill onto Anduin, and now Delta Sniper with that Avatar trying to get out does not make it. And Tychus picked up 20 of those gems. But there's still a Web Weaver with a pretty significant wave in the top lane here, pushing this up. And it looks like we're going to see structures equalized here between these two teams. 2 structures down on either side, 2 kills so far on either side. Naz's level 7 requires that you hit 1 enemy, 1 target. So even if you hit a wall, that counts. So Colonel Pants, Thrall just killed me. Colonel Pants, yummy. Okay, fair enough. All right, well, back onto the camps here. So Tomb of the Spider Queen's camps are not often the most picked up, but certainly getting XP, also getting the value here as Leoric having to zip on out using that Wraith Walk and the Unstoppable here. The stun going out onto Cassia. They're not going to be able to interrupt ETC, but the Leap of Faith is going to get Leoric out, and a nice zoning wall. There's no way anybody from the side of Phoenix Rising Amethyst is getting through that. In theory, I suppose ETC could have if he had taken Crowd Surfer, but he didn't, so we're good. Yeah, I think I probably would have, I mean, with this setup, I think I would have taken Thing of the Deep and, I don't know the name of the spider talent, but the level 7 spider talent as well. It's not too difficult to hit a single target, especially with that zombie wall, as Munkus mentioned. Well, we do see Murden here having to pop Avatar, uses the leap to get out. Now Anduin, though, is the front line. Didn't matter. He was able to get out, and it's Vala instead paying the price from that Ravenous Spirit. Ah, got you, Colonel Pants. Understood. Well, mid lane is going to get cleared out, but Leoric has a full rotation in, and I'm not sure that he can make it out. Oh, he jukes the Javelin, but not able to juke the Root, the Feral Spirit here. And Murden did get those gems here. Oh, the zombie wall onto Cassia, but oh, the knockback out of the sleep, but it didn't matter. Murden had no way to get out. Vala coming back. 3 kills to 4 so far. A very low kill score game. But in the top lane, we got Danger. And they're just now rotating up, putting a lot of priority into that bot lane. There's no boss in bot lane. Top lane is definitely the one you want to keep nice and clean. But this top keep has basically no health now. Boss is available. 48 gems here for the side of Phoenix Rising Amethyst. It looks like they're going to go ahead and get all of those turned in. So they're pretty close, as now Thrall's going to head back. And Team E-Lite didn't know where they were, so they went to check the boss. Alpha time. We're going to have both dogs showing up here. Alpha's already on the screen, so we'll, well, she will be when we get back anyways. So we'll have a little bit of both pups on it here. So let's see, what do we got? Who all can we see from the perspective of Team E-Lite? So they just see the Cassia right now. They got to be careful because they know that these heroes are above, and as we can see, they rotated around safely behind. Only need 8 more for the side of Phoenix Rising. But now, Team E-Lite has enough. And it looks like Phoenix Rising is going to go ahead and give that turn in to pick up the siege camp in the bot lane. And this is a pretty significant push already. So that siege camp is going to clear out the Web Weaver easily. The real question here is, how much can Team E-Lite get out of this? The Bruiser camp's going to get cleared up. No problem. And are they going to look to push top? Or because they have Leoric down here in the bot lane, are they going to have to be a little bit more conservative with their positioning? Wait and see where Phoenix Rising goes to defend first and then flip somewhere else. Thrall sitting in the mid lane is visible here, so this is a 4v4 plus the Web Weaver. So, but right now, Team E-Lite not really making any value plays happen. Leoric is coming up, so this is going to be in their favor for the briefest of moments, as Thrall is also now here. Both teams are level 16. There's the Entomb. ETC gets the power slide out. Ball Lightning is coming in. The Mosh Pit got interrupted. The Salvation in the back. Massive shove onto Tychus, so the Salvation continued. But it looks like the Nazebo gonna die. Yep, okay. Does the, I was gonna say, the laser doesn't get Stukov, does it? But in the mid lane, getting some keep pressure here. 1 tower down. Maybe enough to get the second tower down. Not quite. But they did get the bottom tower down. So at least the lanes are now equal in catapults. So there you go. And now we're going to see the rotation up to the boss. And yeah, I absolutely agree. Like, the boss should have been a priority once they saw where they were. But that's not what happened. But instead, it's going the other direction. Phoenix Rising Amethyst only needs to turn in 8 gems. I was going to say, what's Thrall doing? Is he coming up? They're going to get the boss. And if they get a turn here, I think that's likely game. So this needs to be stalled out. There's 5 more, so they only need 3. Cassia has it, ETC has it. Leoric getting the damage reduction out on the team, but they realize, hey, this boss is about to take our keep. So here you go. Keep going down. Boss sitting at about 60% health now. And Phoenix Rising coming in the mid lane here. Working on the keep. They've got a minion wave coming in. They've got most of their ultimates, missing the Mosh Pit, the only one currently not on Q. And top lane is still going to be a threat, so that Web Weaver is coming in. But ETC is looking for something here. The silence underneath the Leoric, but he was okay. He had his Wraith Walk already up. This mid keep is all but gone, as we're going to see the rotation onto the Web Weaver. ETC was thinking about that power slide Mosh Pit combo, but didn't quite get the angle, and everybody was spread apart. So the Web Weaver is down. There goes the Ball Lightning. ETC gets rooted. Web Weaver in the mid lane just about to fall, so it's fine. Double Mosh here. Salvation coming out is going to keep the Tychus alive, but maybe not the Muradin, as he does pop Avatar, uses his Stone Form as well to get a lot of healing. And there's the Entombed looking for Delta Sniper. Is Muradin gonna fall? But so is ETC. Can they get the Stukov? They do. Now they just have to get the rest of the team killed here. Vala is at no health and is gonna make it away, I think, as is Thrall. So Team E-Lite, successful defense on the core here, but they still have so much pressure to deal with. They don't have Web Weavers that they can put out, and there are still two DPS available, the Thrall and the Vala. They even have half of the gems required for a turn-in. So what are we going to see out of Team E-Lite here? They're going to keep clearing here, try to get the gems that they can. There are quite a few of them. Looks like they're going to go for this aggressive camp invade, which they should be able to do. I mean, it's just Thrall here right now. Murden's making his way. This camp will eventually become a problem. So eventually somebody's going to have to go back and deal with that. Level 20 is now up for both teams. So we do have here for Cassia getting the additional range, but also negating armor. We also have the Wind Rush for Thrall. He's going to have that movement speed teleport, basically, giving him that Wind Fury right away. The Death Metal for ETC. Bio Explosion switch here, giving that big burst of silence. That's a change here recently. Nazebo, though, is just standing next to the ETC. Like, hey guys, what's up? Muradin here is in the silence, gets rooted, and got that level 20 from silence from Stukov value there, keeping him locked down. Could not get out, couldn't even use his massive armor. Hardened shield, that 75 armor for Muradin. And now it's going to be a very difficult position here. Vala going into that Farflight quiver. We do have here Varian's Legacy, so the more damage that Anduin does, the more healing his team gets. We got the additional Bob and Weave, making Tychus just bounce all over. The Volatile Infection, or Vile Infection rather. So if Nazebo can land some damage out here, could be a problem. Also, the Buried Alive. So here goes the last ditch effort. Leoric looking to drop the damage, looking for a good Buried Alive here. Mosh Pit is coming out onto 3. Big silence. The Mosh Pit getting canceled out by the Buried Alive, but the Death Metal onto Anduin. He's gonna be able to make it away from the Rain of Vengeance, but the core sitting at 20-10-5-0, and that salvation not enough to save the core in game number 1. All right, so Team E-Lite needs 2 points tonight to secure their playoff dreams. Phoenix Rising Amethyst needs 3 points tonight and 3 points in their next game as well. So this is critical. This next game is absolutely critical for both teams. All right, then. Let's take a look. Who's PRA playing next? Let's see if we can find out who that is. East. Phoenix Rising Amethyst. Schedule. All right, so their last game is against One More Fight. So this is even more crazy. Holy cow. So we've got Phoenix Rising Amethyst going up against One More Fight. They haven't even scheduled that match yet. I'll give you guys the alpha here. So Phoenix Rising Amethyst versus One More Fight. Now One More Fight has struggled in their games so far this season. They've gotten a couple of maps, I think, overall. But if you're Phoenix Rising Amethyst, if there's a team that you want to go against at the very end of this, that's the team, right? You want it to be the team that's lowest in the standings. So that's where they're looking, is they need to get themselves a victory over Team E-Lite and then a victory over One More Fight, so that they can make their way into the playoffs. Let's see, which number is it? NGS is 5. There we go. PRA. There we go. So let me show you the standings again here. So this is 8 versus 9, but it's not necessarily. So Team E-Lite could knock Phoenix Rising Amethyst out of playoff contention if they can win the next two games. Phoenix Rising Amethyst cannot knock Team E-Lite out tonight, but they can get close. So there you go. So at this point now, the next game is everything. Because if the... Well, let me go back to those standings. The next game, if Team E-Lite wins the next game, they will have 11 points. But Phoenix Rising Amethyst, if they won the final game, that would put them at 8. If they dominated one more fight, that would put them at 11 and have the tiebreaker over Team E-Lite. So this is absolutely critical to Team E-Lite that they win this game. Let's see, Dantris swapping with CS. There we go, okay. And I don't know who picked this map, let's find out. Who picked map? That is correct. Yes, that's correct. Don't start the next one without me. Oh, man. Okay, so it looks like PRA picked this one. So that's the right side. So we are going to Towers of Doom. Let's take a look and see, where do we stand on these maps? Put those up. The stakes. I want a steak. And first pick. My alpha pillow? I don't have an alpha pillow. What are you talking about? 16-1, are they? Bancho are, I mean, they've gotten, yeah, whatever, however that works out. All right, there you go. You want to say hi? You're not saying hi. All right. You know what? I owe people some Alice time, so let's see if I can get her up here, okay? Oh, they're ready. We'll do Alice time in draft. All right, there you go. Great. Starting it up. Draft, 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 draft. There's draft. Okay, 1 second to just write down who we had in game one so that I don't forget. All right, so last round, first pick was on the other side. They banned out Kale Li Ming. We saw Johanna Oriel banned out from the side of Team E-Lite. So we'll see how much that changes. Already the Stukov ban coming out. I expect to see an Oriel ban out of one of the bans here for Phoenix Rising Amethyst. Alice. Hey, come here. You wanna come up? You wanna come up? Come on, come on. Come on. Come on. Yes, I know. Don't pay attention to her. She's looking back at Alpha like, I don't get it. You wanna come up? Okay, come here. Come here. 1, 2, and up we go. There we go. All right. Does that work for you? Huh? Say hello to everybody. All right, so what do we got? We got Johanna ban. I think that continues on with what we had earlier. Let's see, Johanna, and yeah, and they banned out Oriel. So I expect this one to be the Oriel. I don't expect them to continue with the Li Ming ban that we saw in game number 1. Don't look at me, look at them. But it's not going to be an Oriel ban. It's going to be a Leoric ban. So Phoenix Rising Amethyst saying, go ahead, we dare you, take the Oriel, and they accept that challenge. Challenge accepted, they say. So what are we gonna see then from Phoenix Rising Amethyst that they feel is better than the Ariel. Okay, so we're gonna see the Ana and the ETC. So getting some CC. Now Ariel did get a little bit of a nerf to res, but honestly it's not that much. It's still pretty crazy. We are gonna see the Li Ming. She was banned out game number 1. And Sylvanas. So now, what do you get rid of here? Now, I have an idea of what they could go with this. Oh, it's coming. It's coming. Do they see it? Does Team E-Lite see it? Do you guys see it? You know it's coming. You know that it's coming. And it would be golden. I think this would be a great not counter, but I think it would be a great way to deal with the res. Huh? Oh, they don't see it! Show me the money! Show me the money? Guys? Anybody? Show me the money? It's not what? 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 I'm so confused, Alice. Hold me. Comfort me. I don't get it. That would have been so good. Colonel Pants sees it. Everybody sees it, but it's not Cho'Gall. Hey, do you want to get down now? Yeah, you look like you're ready to get down. Here you go. Hey, relax. All right, Tyrael and Artanis gonna be the 4th and 5th picks here for Delta Sniper and Dauntress. Everybody in chat's like, we thought we had it, chat. We were so close. Maybe they were just trying to bait out the Cho'Gall, right? Maybe that's what they were going for. I mean, that is true, Pet Wolverine. That is absolutely true. All right, let's see if I can remember who we banned out. So, Thrall, we had Johanna and Stukov. Let's see, on the other side there was a Kale ban, there was a Leoric ban, and a Nubrak. All right, good enough. Got it all. All right, ladies and gentlemen, what do you think? Who's gonna win game number 2? Is it going to be the not Cho'Gall comp on the right from Phoenix Rising Amethyst? Or is it gonna be the Tyrael Artanis, the Angel of Hope and Justice here with Oriel and Tyrael from Team E-Lite? You can now vote in chat at the top right of your screen. Let's get our teams introduced. As the Grave Lord, anyways, the guy. He's doing this all stuff and things. All right, so on the left, we've got Team E-Lite Jungle Gym gonna be playing the Li Ming, Delta Sniper on the Tyrael, Ire Maiden playing Sylvanas, Aura Luna on the Ariel, and Dauntress playing Artanis. Over here to the right for Phoenix Rising Amethyst, it's gonna be NT on ETC, Boom No Slock on the Jaina, Yahtzee on Zul'jin, Selic Draco on the Ana on a band mount, and Sius on Blaze. Just because Salt from Cho'Gall. I love it. Oh, that's true. They could totally could totally juice pirates if they only had Morales. There you go. Could happen. Yeah, but which side's Gravekeeper and which one's the Ravenlord? So wait, question mark. Has anybody tried to... Okay, well, good swap here from Artanis. Jaina's gonna get brought down pretty low. She is gonna make it out alive, though. Sylvanas, however, does have this rotation. Can ETC get the slide? Oh, they do. They double up, though. The jet propulsion, if they just had a little bit of patience, I think they would have had the kill onto Sylvanas. But anyways, has anybody ever tried to medevac into the core? Like that would be hilarious. I think I want to try that next time I play Morales on this map. Interesting. I got a shout. Shudatsu? What was that? Shout out to Angel, shout out to Ripper, and Ryan, and Blake Lively, and Shu. There you go, there's the Shu. Team E-Lite getting 100% of the votes. Everybody is here looking to see a game number 3 between E-Lite and Phoenix Rising Amethyst. Oh, let's show these talents again here. I didn't even talk about those. There's some talents that happened, guys. Those things popped up here. Got bounced out. But I didn't even know if it would let you. Like, if it would count that as terrain you could even get to. Here's the rotation. They're looking for Artanis. Artanis getting the warning, but a little bit late here. Johanna's going to get the Blizzard, the knockback. Oh, the swap. Is it enough? He needed probably to turn an attack, but I don't know that that would have been enough. Blaze in the bot lane might even get the Sylvanas. Not quite, though, as Li Ming now, the detainment strike from Oriole with the body blocks. Looking like Blaze gonna be the kill. And what are we gonna do here now? Pretty far away from being able to get up to top. They don't have any global abilities. They don't have any globals. But it looks like Artanis is going to make it. Sylvanas is going to stay down below. They did get the wall down from this. And Jaina is on the point here. Tyrell's going to stall it out. And this is where it's going to be a little bit sketchy here for Phoenix Rising Amethyst with Blaze still gone. The swap onto Ana just at the tip of the phase prism. But the sleep is going to go out onto Tyrell. Ariel going to get taken out. So both of the healers are down. Li Ming getting a big orb. ETC going to fall. Make it a quad kill. Li Ming putting in the work and getting the assist from the team to get all of those kills. 4 kills in that fight. 1 for Phoenix Rising Amethyst. Very strong start to this game so far for Team E-Lite. 5 kills to 2. Now, that being said, we got to get to level 10. And level 10 is when we see things like the Mosh Pit. When we see things like Zul'jin having his unkillable. Same as stage diving to the core. Fair enough, fair enough. Alright, we're going to see Jaina versus Artanis up here on the top, but he is, he's cool. He's like, you know what? I'm just going to get this other stuff. ETC with the knockback there onto Oriole and Tyrael. But not a lot to really push in on that. How are we doing on stacks for Zul'jin? Zul'jin sitting at 7 stacks, so need to pick the pace up on that. Might do it right here, getting some damage onto the Artanis, although the power slide missing thanks to the blade dash. But Artanis is definitely going down. But in the bot lane, we're going to see Team E-Lite picking up the siege camp. But with this rotation coming in, this is a little bit of a danger play. I think they'll all make it through, though. So this should get at least the 1 tower down. Never mind. They'll get stalled out. Jaina gonna get just deleted. As jet propulsion did go in, but didn't quite get the purchase that it needed here. The healing grenade onto Sylvanas and Tyrael is gonna cause a problem for Sylvanas. The power slide gonna lock her down just long enough. And now Team E-Lite having to back away. Show those Cho'Gall heretics. All right, top lane, we've got the double altar phase up here. Jaina going to the safe side. Artanis, however, going to be stalled out. This looks kind of familiar, but it's going to be Team E-Lite without a hero, but they've got level 10s coming up very soon. And Phoenix Rising has to recognize this, because this could turn into a very big problem for them. There's the blind, and there's the disengage. They realize this is not our time to fight. This is not our hill to die on. And that's probably the best that they could have hoped for out of that. Getting the equal number of shots here. What else do we got here? All right, so Siege Camp going to be pushing in the bot lane. Now, we do have Sylvanas. Sylvanas has the Wailing Arrow. We've got the Wave of Force. The Resurrect, as expected. Tyrael going to sleep, just taking a bit of a nap. Nice Arcane Orb there onto the Zul'jin, predicting that direction. We had the Suppression Pulse, which we saw earlier, and Tyrael going into Sanctification. It looks like that actually got interrupted there. And we have... This is a 4-on-4. The Suppression Pulse already has gone out, and level 10's coming up now for Phoenix Rising Amethyst. Is the Sanctification used to help make sure that Iron Maiden could get out? I don't think so, actually. I mean, especially, you know, when considering getting the Force Armor, you know, Seeker can do a fair bit of damage when you're talking about the people channeling. So, yeah, I mean, that's not a big surprise to me. I don't think there's anything wrong with that one. Artanis trying to make it out as the rotation coming in. He's going to get knocked back. Blaze is looking for the stun. He does get it. Phase Prism went out, but it didn't matter. The blind coming out, and he does have the shield. He's going to take a while to die, and is it enough time that Jungle Jim can get this channel? It just might be. There's the Oriole Res, so Artanis is back, and Li Ming gets the secured 4 points. Now, Iron Maiden doesn't have the Haunting Wave, so she can't use that to get away, but she's able to just walk away. Keeping in mind, of course, that Tyrael has that Smite, so giving the movement speed. And I believe this will be the first time this game that Phoenix Rising will get their own... never mind. Big mosh pit here. There's the guillotine out onto the Sylvanas here, and it's going to be ETC falling. I don't have any idea how Tyrael lived that long. Eventually he falls, but he's going to take out the Zul'jin as Jaina also going down in that fight. Crazy. So, ultimates. We talked about the left. Let's talk about the right. We got the Ring of Frost, the Combustion, Ana going into the Nano Boost. We got that Mosh Pit and the Guillotine. Tyrael over here, the Angel of Justice. Artanis got a sacrifice on the level of Phoenix. RIP. Except he came back full health and mana just fine. Alright, well, bottom fort secured. Next altar is in the bot lane. So we want to see Team E-Lite defend this, and they're doing a great job. Jaina just barely going to be able to make it out of that. And eventually they're going to need to send one hero down to gather. I don't think that they're going to be able to get the sappers through. There's enough of a defense here for that. Level 13 advantage. But it's about to go away. But we do see Sylvanas here is going to be able to get the channel, so they do get the extra point. As we see this core going from 24 to 19. Artanis up in the top lane. Continuing to keep the pressure on. Getting the siege camp. And now working on the damage onto Blaze. Blaze has that oil slick, but is not standing in it, so isn't getting any of that healing. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, getting a nice hefty defense here around this tower. Jaina trying to get in there. Maybe was looking for a blizzard onto the team, but wasn't quite able to get it, and ETC's gonna pay for it. The Sanctification giving a nice zone for Tyrael to be able to lock down the team. Had that Holy Ground in there as well. So this defense continuing to be mounted by Team E-Lite as Artanis taking the top. Blaze having to go back as he was low on health and mana. This was the map pick of Phoenix Rising Amethyst. So Team E-Lite went for first pick. Siege camp going to be picked up once again by Team E-Lite. So this is, yeah, because the other one went in their favor as well. So far, did I say? Yeah, I said Team E-Lite. So far, Phoenix Rising has not been able to get their own siege camp a single time this game. Pumpkin Sappers hanging out in the bot lane. Those will eventually either fall or they'll just dive into this structure. Artanis is working in the mid lane, getting some damage in here. And we're going to have... What do we have? We have no Sanctification, but that's it. No Ring of Frost. So in theory, they could even just zone out and just cover the top ones, but they did not stall well enough for that. They do get the top left, and now this is a full 5-on-5 coming into the mid. There goes the Nano Boost. Ring of Frost coming out. Massive mosh pit. All 4 of the heroes there by the wall, and we're going to see triple kills coming out as Headhunter completed the resurrection going out onto Li Ming, I think. But that's going to be 3 more points going over for Phoenix Rising Amethyst. Turns out a nano boosted Ring of Frost Jaina Blizzard plus a mosh pit deletes heroes. Is this Fireflies? It is Fireflies. All right, so they're looking for the poke, really going for that fast attacks and building up the charge strikes, or cannoneer rather, so that her next auto attack goes up quite a bit. I mean, it is a lot of damage when you add that up a couple times. So 26-14, the structures have returned to their neutral settings. And Sylvanas up in the top lane, getting that siege camp. So there's the swap onto Jaina, has the ice block, the blind coming out, reducing the effectiveness of both Ana and Zul'jin, but they do get that kill onto Jaina, waiting out the ice block. And we hear that Seeker landing onto ETC. There goes the swap, but unfortunately, because of the anti-synergy with that Holy Ground, ETC is going to make it out. But there's no Jaina. So this is a full 5 versus 4, and she won't be here in time for this. Blaze is still in the top lane trying to help get as much XP as they can, working on that level 20. But this isn't the end of the game, so Phoenix Rising doesn't need to, you know, if they die, if they wipe here, it could be. There's the mosh pit, it's only on to Tyrael. There's the silence, keeping the team safe as Oriel's going to pick up the bot altar first. Blaze looks like he might try to actually start channeling in the mid here, and he will. Gonna get stalled out by Tyrael. Still has his ability to hop over to Eldruin. But Jaina coming in the back lands a 3-man root sanctification though this time, and it's Jaina that's getting just obliterated. Delta Sniper going in, has the Holy Ground, but is gonna get taken out, but not before ETC. And by the way, Tyrael's coming back in a second, I think. Where's that resurrect? There it is. They get the kill onto Blaze. And now, let's see. Let's do some math. They already took out one of the towers, or one of the altars, so that's 4. That leaves us with 6 points left. And they're going to make their way to the boss. So as yet, they cannot end this game right here, right now. But what they can do is in 5 seconds, this camp comes up. If they can get this bottom tower down and then push those sappers in, that will secure them the victory. No sanct? There was a sanctification. I'm confused. Maybe that was a different time. All right, so they're gonna. Oh no, they shouldn't have gone to this first. They gotta get this. They gotta get this tower down first. Otherwise, the points don't matter. But that's okay, because the next altar is right here. They are half a level away from level 20, so you know this is a little bit of a safer play. They didn't have 2 heroes up for a bit of that, so they probably could have made it. But I mean, really, they just need to hang out. Like, they don't need to be pushing this too hard. Because if Team E-Lite loses this is a big problem, because now they're going to give 20s as we see Artanis going down. However, he's going to be right back. Blaze coming in, gets a big stun into the back line there. The blind going out onto the Zul'jin. Mosh Pit doesn't land, and the Wailing Arrow is going to go ahead and interrupt it. But they're going to get the kill onto Jada? I thought that was going to be Oriole falling. Somehow the kill onto Jada, the swap out onto Zul'jin. Zul'jin does not have Taz Dingo, so he's going to throw out a guillotine, but a big stun knocking Blaze into the wall as well. 2 more kills, and they're looking for more. And Ana barely able to dodge the Arcane Orb there, but by the way, folks, there's an altar up. Aura Luna gonna take a moment, come back here, and equalize the score at 1 apiece. All right, so absolutely fantastic play from these two teams on their first pick games here. We did see Phoenix Rising Amethyst did a fantastic job on game number 1 with their pressure in the lanes, securing kills, ultimately winning the game. Team E-Lite, though, Towers of Doom coming in strong. I think they had 20-ish points left on their core. Looking very comfortable. So we'll have to see where Phoenix Rising Amethyst takes us. Do they do a first pick going back to the beginning of the set? Or do they take us, do they take map pick? Do they want someplace where they're comfortable, knowing that they may not be able to ban out? Neither team has so far picked or banned the Deathwing. So if you're one of these two teams here, if neither team has really shown an interest in taking it, maybe that's enough, right? You don't lose everything. They want first pick. Okay, so let me tell or Luna. Fix my mouse here for a second. But you know what? Let's actually go ahead and update our points on the standings here while we're at it, because we can do things like that in real time. All right. Now, I believe that even though there's a tiebreaker here between Nexus Cats and Team E-Lite, I believe Nexus Cats holds that tiebreaker. So there, that's not the right one. All right, let's see here. So get to the right channel. There we go. Set this up. So yes, yeah, let's actually go back and take a look at the standings here. So again, E-Lite now holds currently 8th place. They do not have the tiebreaker with, let me confirm that, but let's see, Nexus Cats, correct. Nexus Cats had a 2-0 domination over E-Lite. So that's it. That's the end of that. They have to get another point, 100%. There's no way that they can surpass anybody else other than staying ahead of Phoenix Rising Amethyst. And Phoenix Rising Amethyst, they need this win along with the domination victory over one more fight. Pretty important matchup, everybody. Yeah. I mean, when I say the points for all that, I'm not saying that in any way, you know, does that secure Team E-Lite a position by having the 11 points. Even if they held the tiebreaker, Nexus Cats would still have the opportunity because they have another game. But that's not the case. there's only the one circumstance here where either of these teams makes it to the playoff. So the real question is, should I tell them that? I should probably tell them that, right? There you go. All right. I told him I'm a jerk. I'm a jerk. Sometimes you just gotta tell him. All right. So what do we got? Cat still have a match. Overrated. Don't get in people's heads. Arrow. I'm not getting in their heads. I'm letting them get in their own heads. See? See? This is how you do this kind of thing. All right, we got one team ready. Just waiting on number 2. Here we go. There we go. Where's Valk? Where's Valk to tell Arrow he's evil? That is kind of, that's true. I am a little evil. Also, I don't think they actually knew, by the way. At least one of them. I don't think either team actually knew their, for sure, like, status of how this affects them. So there you go. Cursed Hollow, everybody. This was the selection of Team E-Lite, as Phoenix Rising Amethyst wanted first pick. What are we going to see out of our first selection of the night? So we've seen Kael'thas, we've seen Li Ming, we've seen Leoric. All 3 of these have been early banned, but it's going to be Oriel first. Kind of a surprise to see that banned out from the first pick ban team. Who the hell is Valk's mom? I believe that Valk's mom is Valk's mom, Colonel Pants. Like, his actual legit mother. It started, I think, in season 6, where I don't even remember why Valcomer, you know, would shout out his mom. His mom doesn't watch NGS. He just shouts her out. So it kind of became a meme of season 7. There goes the Leoric. So Kael'thas, Li Ming, both left up and available. Stukov was banned out. Do we see the Johanna banned out again? Or do they ban out the Deathwing? Because this is a map that global pressure would provide a little bit of value. They didn't. They stuck with the Johanna. So we'll see if we have a variation on our Deathwing theme tonight, which is to say, none. We've seen the early pick on ETC, but it's going to be the Kael'thas, as expected, leaving that ban open. I mean, at least I expected it. So the real question is, chat, are we going to see the Cho'Gall? Delta Sniper picking up the ETC. Now we see why that ETC was so highly prioritized from Phoenix Rising Amethyst. But it's going to be the Lunara from Iron Maiden. So some vision control, having that Wisp, Silic Draco going into the Ana. So we did see Ana banned earlier, made her way on to the last map. It's going to be Mal'Ganis. All right. I already hate this comp. Not because it's bad, but just because I hate Mal'Ganis. Oh, man. So we've got a solo laner, could be a Thrall ban. We've got another damage dealer, so maybe the, I don't know, the Vala? It is going to be the Thrall, so sticking with that. You know, Colonel Pants, I think that there are some things that are just better left in ignorance. I don't know that Valk's mom needs to know that 1,000 or so internet nerds Yeah. But there goes the Greymane. I mean, I think we're going to see a Deathwing on the side of Phoenix Rising. I really do. Leoric's banned, Greymane's banned. As yet, there's not any real strong aggression against Deathwing. So, I mean, if you're Team E-Lite, you got to consider, do you just take the Deathwing now? Nope. I hate it because it's annoying. That's all. So Deckard and Varian. So Deckard is not going to help them against this incoming Deathwing. Varian... I mean, he's got the percent damage if he takes it. Show me the Deathwing. All right, you know what, though? But we didn't see the Cho'Gall earlier, so it might not be. It's not. Okay. All right, fair enough. It's going to be Hanzo and Murden. So we got Jumpy Hero with a Jumpy Hero with the Floaty Hero, and then two people that have absolutely no mobility. And it's going to be Li Ming, the final pick of this series. I don't know what to think about this. Is this a taunt Varian? It could be a taunt Varian. Taunt Varian could work with Mal'Ganis, would be able to interrupt his stuff. Gives a little bit more likely interrupt. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have thought that would have been Cho'Gall. I mean, it could have been, but it wasn't really at the top of mind for me, at least. But I did think, I was pretty convinced that the Deathwing was the call there. All right. Phoenix Rising Amethyst. Which team do you think is going to win? Is it going to be the not Deathwing, not Cho'Gall comp from Phoenix Rising Amethyst on the right? Or is it going to be Team E-Lite on the left with their Varian ETC and Deckard Cain? But let's get our teams introduced. On the right, it is Phoenix Rising Amethyst, looking to keep their playoff hopes alive. Not even a secure, just hopes. It's going to be Yahtzee playing the Hanzo, Selic Draco on the Ana, Boom No Slock on Kael'thas, Inti on Mal'Ganis, and Sius on the Murden. And Team E-Lite looking to secure that 8 seed. Maybe, well, maybe they get 7. We got Delta Sniper playing ETC, Iron Maiden on the Lunara, Aura Luna playing the Deckard, Jungle Gym on the Li Ming, and Varian gonna be played by Dauntress. All right, let's see. What do we got? Going into the Force Armor for Li Ming once again. Into Kael'thas, I generally don't like that as much, but I guess with Fireflies, probably less of an issue. That's a long ways away. We've got the High King's Quest for Varian, so probably not Taunt. And that worries me for them. ETC going into Prog Rock. We've got the Sentinel Wisp giving the extra vision, and Sapphire for the Deckard Cain here. Varian getting a full minion wave. Gonna leave some of that XP on the ground, so Phoenix Rising Amethyst missing out on that full wave here. Mana Addict for the Kael'thas, so sorry folks, we're not gonna see a Convection tonight, at least not on this stream. We also have the Perfect Storm here for Murden. He's gonna try to get those stacks and big burst damage out of his hammers here. This is a problem. I can't talk to them. Crap. All right, well, we'll deal with that in a second, see if I can get them to pause. ETC is going to power slide in onto the Kael'thas. I don't have any of these people on my friends list, so I don't think I can even message them directly. I don't think. Oh, okay, we're gonna get the rotation up into top here. Oop, I didn't mean to click on him. Did it anyways. Here we go. So Mal'Ganis gonna put to sleep the front line here, as the first curse is coming up on the map. ETC's gonna get the power slide in, knock back the Mal'Ganis. He's gonna walk away from the root, and I did just get acknowledgement from Boomnoslock, so I think, yeah, we see him kind of hanging out there. We might get a pause. Maybe? Maybe not. All right, they're trying to say it. There we go. Do they not know how to pause? Somebody hit the pause button. There we go. All right, we will be back in just a moment, everybody. Gonna do a quick commercial as I address this real quick.
When I was young, I lived a life of recklessness. In my selfishness, I inflicted pain and hurt those I cared for. I have learned many lessons in my struggles with doubt and fear. Balance and harmony are not easily attained. They must be fought for! But on my journey, I have learned another lesson. You do not have to fight alone.
Let's do this!
Impressive, Archer. But you'll need to do better than that.
You have no idea what I am capable of.
Good. Because you must be ready for anything.
我が敵を食らう Yield!
You show promise, Hanzo. Well done. But greater challenges still await us.
I believe we are ready.
It's time to find out.
Welcome back, everybody. So, because of the winged guard, we connected with the two teams. They both agreed to do the restart, so we're just gonna zip through this again. There you go. So, should be pretty quick to go through. Got all the teams here. I just wanted to get the ready from the other team. Hopefully we'll have that soon. All right, here we go. What a way to end the 3-game series, right? Like going through, having to redo, like a little bit of craziness. You know what, Colonel Pants? I don't know. I got others. I can show you others. Not right now. In fact, I need to turn those off so that they don't both overlap when I go back to the commercials. Yeah, OP Overwatch heroes? Yeah, absolutely. Oh, I should have set myself as a referee. I can't tell them. Oh my god. Guys, just ban him! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Alright. Johanna. Yeah. Greymane. No, Greymane's not up. We had our first pick here. What was our first pick? Kel'Thas. There you go. Alright. ETC Lunara. Let's go. Let's go. You know what, Rodney? I 100% agree with you. I miss the hell out of HGC. It was so much. It was Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, like the whole weekend. It was great. Thrall. Greymane. I mean, that's okay, Colonel Pants. You know, I found it to be a really fun thing to watch. I didn't think I would enjoy it, but I watched a couple of games and I was like, actually, this is a lot of fun. All right, guys, do you think they're going to take Deathwing? Huh? Let's speculate for 5 minutes about that. Team E-Lite's like, we don't care about the order. I mean, ultimately, the actual order probably doesn't matter that much. It's much easier than just doing the QM thing, so. You know what? It did, but, you know, B-Man, I feel like there's still a lot of opportunity because it means that players that play specific heroes and play them really well, it gives them an opportunity to shine. So, just my thoughts. True, yeah, there were other opportunities for that. Exactly. All right, folks. I feel like a little deja vu. Did we do a vote? I think we did a vote. View results. 5-1 in favor of Phoenix Rising on this one. You guys really were looking for that PRA on this. Well, we've done this before, but let's do it again. We'll start on the left here. Team E-Lite. We're gonna have Delta Sniper playing ETC Jungle Gym on the Li-Ming, Aura Luna on Deckard, Iron Maiden on the Lunara, and it's Dauntress on Varian. On the right, we've got Selic Draco on the Ana, no longer on a train mount. Love to see it. We got Inti on the Mal'Ganis, Yahtzee on the Hanzo, Boomnoslock on the Kael'thas, and Sius on the Muradin. All right, moment of truth. Hey, what do we got here? Vampiric Aura. All right. And just like last game, Varian's up in the top lane entirely by himself. Like, we've been here. We know this, how this goes. So Varian's going to get that XP. Lunar's down in the bot lane with Muradin. So we're going to see the repeat coming in. Both of these teams here, we got the potions all over the bot lane. But looks like the rotation just slightly faster this time. They are going to be able to pick up some of that XP, whereas last time they did not get any of it. Correct. Yeah, that was the, you know, it makes it difficult because the hero's profile doesn't show the statistics of what heroes are banned. It does show the picks, but not the bans, and that's really the difference. There were some adjustments on the selection order, which, I mean, yes, there are definitely some people who are going to check that stuff. I don't think that's as often, you know, considered in Division D, but I could be wrong. So, yeah. All right, well, Muradin versus Lunara down in the bot lane. We're approaching the 2-minute mark. Looks like all of the same talents with the exception of the Mal'Ganis Vampiric Aura there. I actually don't recall the whether it was Scatter or not, or even the Bio Grenade. But we're going to have Hanzo over here. He's going to get started on this siege camp. And the first tribute is going to be in the bot lane. Up in the top, though, we've got Mal'Ganis and Kael'thas going into the Fury Varian, the Twin Blades Varian. Now, the Varian... So he doesn't have a way to stop Mal'Ganis from sleeping or, I mean, even Dark Conversion. Would it be Dark Conversion? That'd be interesting. So it's entirely on ETC, because even really Li-Ming is kind of in a rough spot, because if you go Carrion Swarm, then Li-Ming can't interrupt that. So we will see. There's the mid lane bruiser camp going to be picked up here. So all of the map pressure, just like we saw game number 1. Phoenix Rising Amethyst getting all kinds of map pressure. The siege camp was picked up there for Team E-Lite earlier. And Muradin's going to engage in, looks for the stun onto Li-Ming here. The orb just barely missing the Kael'thas. Varian and Mal'Ganis coming in from above here as ETC is going to catch Mal'Ganis. But Varian doesn't have second wind yet. So is very low, is gonna, never mind, not gonna spread. I guess that was on the ETC earlier. Let's put these away. ETC looking for the Hanzo. Right now, it's the blue side falling very low here. Varian getting the damage in onto Mal'Ganis. Can it be enough? It is, but Varian's gonna fall as well. Needed that second wind to be able to sustain in that fight. Kael'Thas gonna get rooted. ETC gonna be taken out though, and it looks like Kael'Thas is gonna make it. Wow, so close. Kael'Thas had no health if you account for the damage over time from Lunara. Lunara doesn't have a way to really get in onto the Muradin, but keep in mind Hanzo can stall this out for quite some time. As Varian and ETC on their way back, Mal'Ganis is going to be here first though. And it looks like both teams are pretty close to level 7s here. Lunara trying to get level 7 for them a little earlier. Jungle Jim having to get out of the way. There's 7s for both teams as ETC going in gets put to sleep. Hanzo jumping over the wall. Delta Sniper taking all kinds of damage. Has the healing grenade on him, so has to get out. And it is second wind, right? Right? Not yet. Varian hasn't taken a level 7. Needs to hit that level 7. Needs that healing. But Mal'Ganis getting rooted could be the first one to fall, but it's actually Hanzo and ETC getting the kill on the Mal'Ganis. So 2 kills here, gonna secure the tribute for Team E-Lite on this first tribute. Oh no, it's Victory Rush. No, it's not. Okay, never mind. They just look so very similar. So Varian making his way up into the top. So one of the things that I was gonna mention was, so Varian can't really do much against the Mal'Ganis, but what he can do is he can solo a boss. So if they get the right tribute in the right place, he could just say, I'm not going to show up. But it looks like Team E-Lite is going to make their way onto the camps. Going to get out both of these here. They're going to be a little late to pick up the tribute though, so they may just end up having to give this. We'll have to see. And if they do, that kind of negates a lot of the value of getting those camps. Tribute picked up here, secured by Phoenix Rising Amethyst. So 1-1 as the Bruiser camp with its Mage Aura, given that 20 spell armor, is going to make its way in. ETC is going to power slide in, take some tower shots. Is going to get the root onto the Kael'Thas, and another kill for Team E-Lite. We hear that Seeker level 7 going out. Every time you hear that shunk, that's Seeker hitting 3 missiles on 1 target. It takes a long time, yes. But they've got Li Ming that can stall out the poke. You know, if they see this, I mean, this could even be an opportunity, especially with the camps going and level 10s. Varian going into Warbringer, so he's going to have that additional maneuverability around the map. But Mal'Ganis is staying up here with him. With the level 10s, this, in theory, should be a Team E-Lite pickup. So yes, it is a long time, but it can be done. So we're going to get that second tribute here for Team E-Lite, as the Mal'Ganis having to go back with this siege camp coming though. Varian's going to do a lot of damage onto this fort before Mal'Ganis can get back. Oh, we've got the camp invade. Sorry, I missed that for you guys. I was too busy, you know, drooling over all the damage Varian was doing to miss the fact that Li Ming got the kill onto Kael'Thas. So I think they rotate down and get the boss now, right? Maybe? No? We're going to clear up the camp? All right, that makes sense. Varian versus Mal'Ganis up in the top. There's a minion wave here, so Varian just doesn't care. Mal'Ganis really can't, by himself, stop a Twin Blades Varian. But it is Dark Conversion, baby! So he doesn't even care. He's like, hit me. Hit me. I don't care. Mage doing some work here now for Phoenix Rising Amethyst. So we'll have to see if Dark Conversion is going to provide the value that Mal'Ganis wants. There's not a lot of opportunity to interrupt it. I mean, it's basically going to be on ETC, because anybody else kind of has to preemptively cast. It's not a very long cast, and Wave of Force has a timer. So does the Stay a While and Listen. Iron Maiden is going to get taken out, and that should be now the point going over to Phoenix Rising Amethyst. And I wonder that being said, okay, so we're going to see Deckard getting the root onto Kael'thas, but ETC can't quite get there, so it's just going to be another kill here. Phoenix Rising Amethyst will now get the point, and I don't see any reason why they don't just take boss. Oh! Guys, I wasn't even looking at the rest. Stats? Yeah, what stats would you like, Quirks? I'll flip through them in a second. We got the Dragon Strike from Hanzo, so that's like the ultimate stall. Nano Boost, Dark Conversion, the Haymaker, and Phoenix. Now, oh, Lunara, you're killing me! Oh no! Lunara did not take Abolish Magic. Abolish Magic would have worked so well against this Dark Conversion. Even the Living Bomb. But, oh, by the way, boss was picked up, so just not by the team that I kind of expected it to be. Varian doing exactly what I thought. Coming up here, picking up that boss. Took a while, but he got it. And that's going to give Team E-Lite now the opportunity to get the bottom boss as well. And they're going to have to move pretty quickly, but I think there's enough time for them to get up there, especially with this boss just now going down. If they're able to get this tribute, Team E-Lite has a metric truckload of pressure in the bot lane now. They've already taken down the fort. It's going into keep. This could be huge, and there's a 13 talent advantage, which just got eliminated. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. It wasn't. We didn't get the Warbringer at 13, so not getting the reduced cooldown. It is going to be the Mosh Pit coming out, landing onto Kael'thas and Murden, but it's ETC taking all the damage here. As Mal'Ganis going in deep, ETC's going to have to power slide out. Varian, caught amongst 3 red shirts, is going to fall. And there's the Dark Conversion. And Iron Maiden saying, oh my goodness, the kill onto Kael'thas. Oh, I think that was the catapult that did the damage too. I'll have to check that on the replay. As the boss is going to get value down here in the bot lane, even though these minions will eventually, you know, fall, this is still going to get a pretty decent amount of damage. Got to see that replay. Let's check up here, though. We do have the siege camp as well. Yeah, that was definitely a catapult kill. Yikes. But Seeker doing some work here. This curse not going too badly for Team E-Lite. All right, so what are we gonna see? Right now, Phoenix Rising Amethyst basically getting no value out of their curse. In fact, in a way, negative value because of the boss that did damage onto their keep.
And so the curse ends.
So that is unfortunate, but oh, big stun onto ETC's got the living bomb though coming into his team. Has to be a little bit careful with that. Has some super pots nearby. The sleep going out onto ETC though. Li Ming gonna throw out some orbs and missiles as level 16 available here for Team E-Lite. Mal'Ganis is going to make use of that Fell Claws to get out, but the healing grenade, oh, the interrupt kept him from hitting the Dark Conversion. Kael'thas going to be the next to fall, and they're not done. They're looking for Murden. Can they get him? They do. The root coming out. Does it get on it? It does, but they can't keep going. There's a fort, and they have no minions. Triple kill for Team E-Lite. They're going to come in and get themselves a bruiser camp with that. Absolutely A+ play on that interrupt on the Dark Conversion. Give that Li Ming. No, it wasn't even Li Ming. It was ETC. Give that ETC a raise. Absolutely perfect. It was just perfect timing because it came back up on the replay. Yikes. That was so good. Delta Sniper with the snipe. Crazy good. All right, so Bruiser Camp is gonna get cleared up. I think they probably stayed and spent too much time here. Team E-Lite did, but you know, Varian's working on the Bruiser Camp next, so he's got it. He's good. He's feeling good about this. What do we got on boss timers? Bot lane 115, top lane 30 seconds. Level 16 advantage here for the side of Team E-Lite, as never mind. 16 is here for Phoenix Rising Amethyst. Now we do have the Giant Slayer here, 2% of their maximum health for each of those arrows, and there are 7 of those bad boys. That's a lot of damage, especially when you've got this cooldown reduction at 4. ETC's going in, looking for the Mal'Ganis. Some damage going out, Dark Conversion. Not a lot of damage there, he's still fairly healthy, especially with the Ana. But that is an ultimate down that now Team E-Lite doesn't have to worry about. Varian going in onto the Muradin has that 40 armor reduction, but the Dragon Strike is going to separate the team here. ATC coming in with a big mosh onto 4, and there's nothing anybody can do about it. Muradin's just too far away, but there's no damage. Muradin hitting the haymaker there, punching Varian away. Nice sleep here. Can Delta Sniper make it out? Possibly, but Mal'Ganis in the backline not looking so great. ETC coming in with that power slide onto Muradin. 300, 200 makes it out, but Kael'thas gonna get taken out. That's a 2 for nothing so far, and Hanzo might be 3 as Lunara hitting those crippling spores, making sure that they get that poison damage. And Team E-Lite now gonna be the next curse on the board in their favor. And I think they just go top and push down this keep with this siege camp. Varian's gonna go for the boss. So they're just gonna do both. They're gonna let the siege camp do the work up top. They're gonna get the keep in the mid lane. And they're working on level 20s. Siege camp slowly working here as Hanzo coming back on the map. Mosh pit, stay a while. Both of those are down. ETC's gonna look. They've got 30 seconds almost on the timer as the second keep will go down. Root gonna miss. And Living Bomb gonna spread over there to the Lunara. ETC's on an island over here. Has to be a little bit careful. Is gonna go ahead and pull back. Let's check in on the boss there. Oh, yep, boss is coming. And I think if you're Team E-Lite right now, you kind of be a little bit careful because you're waiting on these level 20s to come up here, which should be at any moment. But they got a boss. They got a couple of siege giants coming in. ETC's looking for that Kael'thas. The Encore knocking him back away from the core as Varian gonna get taken out. So is ETC. This boss is on the way and there's no shield on this core. Can they defend it? Oh no, the Kael'thas getting rooted and stunned by the boss. Every attack 3%. The siege giant doing work as well. Lunara gonna fall in the back. They're just not able to do enough damage to get this boss down, and that is gonna be game number 3 going over to Team E-Lite. Absolutely just a fantastic series between these teams. And let's see, what do we have? How long until my next cast? I've got like 15 minutes, right? I think. So I think we should be good with that. Let's see, go to there. And there we go. All right, we'll see if we can get Aura Luna or somebody from the team to come on in here. Level 20 is great. Oh, hey, there we go. Welcome. It's good to be back in the lobby with you for positive things this time.
Yeah.
So it was positive last time.
Well, no. Positive as in like after
the band thing.
Yeah. So, congratulations, guys. I don't know, if you guys were aware of this before the match, but I am 99% positive that means you guys are in the playoffs.
Yay! Oh my god, that's awesome.
Yeah, we were wondering what we needed to do.
You needed 2 points.
We had a losing streak for a long time, and then it just started coming back the past couple weeks. So, oof.
So yeah, you needed 2 points because they were exactly 4 points behind you, and they have one more match to go, and it's against one more fight. So they could have potentially gotten 3 points out of that. So if you got 1 point and tied them at 11, you were out because they would have had tiebreaker. So you needed 2 points, and that's what you got tonight. So congratulations. How are you guys feeling about that?
Oh my god, that's so awesome. Oh my god.
Good.
So this is your guys' first season in NGS, right?
Not mine. I actually captained Squad 9 Alpha for 4 seasons. Before I actually broke off from that team and then started E-Lite.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's the first time that we have played together as a group. So,
Excellent.
yeah.
So you guys were talking about it, but you didn't know quite like how close things were as far as whether you'd be able to be in the playoffs or what have you. Probably watched or looked at some of DB Smiley's like stats and all that stuff, but going into this, the team didn't have any idea for sure.
Oh god, no. I mean, like, we kind of thought that, yeah, this would be the turning point, but we didn't know exactly what we needed.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I think our coach Ripper was like, I think that this will put you in the playoff, but we didn't have anything for sure.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, this was an absolutely just fantastic match to cast. I mean, it started off, they take Tomb of the Spider Queen. They do really well getting their camps out, keeping the pressure up. There was, 1 or 2 overall circumstances there that, the game could have gone one way or the other. Ultimately, you guys lost that game. Is there anything that specifically you guys want to talk about from that game at all, that if you even remember that far back?
I mean, really, it was the Stukov. Like,
Right.
I would
silent.
try to peel for my team, and then I would get slid and then silenced and rooted by Stukov, so I couldn't jump out as Muradin.
Yeah, and I actually recall, like, in the very beginning when I pulled Muradin out, he's like, well, I didn't need your pull, I'm Muradin. I'm like, well, fine, when you get silenced.
I didn't need it that time.
Yeah.
Typically, but...
So, yeah. That Stukov was really, really hard to deal with.
Yeah. So you guys had a little bit of a struggle in game number 1, but then you get into game number 2, you get first pick, and you guys just, absolutely controlled that map through the entirety of the game. There were a couple of picks onto Artanis, but there was one in particular where like they had the full rotation up into the top lane, and then Sylvanas and Li Ming are down there making sure to pick up those points because, as we all know, from whose line is it anyway, the points matter.
Hey,
right?
That's not how it goes.
Hey, this is my show, and this is how we're doing it. The points matter.
Points matter, yes.
But you guys had a lot of control on that, so it was, it looked really strong. I think you guys ended at about 20 points or so on that. Were you surprised that they let the Oriole through on that?
A little, yeah, to be honest with you, because it has been banned so many times in the season. And
the nerfs like barely touched her. Like, oh no, it takes half a second longer, but it still does what it did. Like,
right, because like when we were map pick and not first pick, we made sure to ban her like every time because Rez is scary. Like, it's so scary.
It is, absolutely. And so you guys took the Artanis and Tyrael as 4 and 5 in the draft. So what was the you don't see Tyrael a lot. So what was it that really sent you in the direction of taking Tyrael on this map against this team?
Honestly, there were like 6 tanks banned and 2 picked or something. So the tank pool was very slim. Like, I was gonna pick up a new Brack, they banned a new Brack, and then I was like, all right, I'll pick Blaze. Then they picked Blaze. I'm like, well, fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I hope your stream's rated R.
It's not, but that's okay.
I'll try not to cuss.
We'll deal with one. You get one. You get one freebie. After that, you're off the squad.
Yeah, that's
So
like
yeah,
13 movies.
it was, what was it down to? Like Tyrael or Muradin at that point? And I think Sank.
Yeah, the Muradin didn't do so good last time, and yeah, the Sanct saved us.
It did, absolutely.
Fights.
The Sanctification, the Holy Ground. You had a great Holy Ground and then Sanctification in that bot lane that ultimately got the ETC kill. And I think that was maybe not a turning point in the game, because the game from the very first altars was in your guys' control, but it was definitely one of those moments where it was like just pounding the nail into the coffin, right? Like, it was just one of those things that had so much value. And honestly, I thought you were dead, you know, just from the positioning, because you were so far ahead of everybody. And then, oh, by the way, sanctification, right? So,
yeah.
No,
I mean, it made me nervous too, because of, like, you know, the rings and like all of the AoE, and then it was just like, oh, Sank, we're alive. Okay, great.
Yeah. At one point, yeah, they had what, a ring, and then I sank.
Yes.
The combustion come out, and Zuljin's throwing guillotine on us, and it was great to just save the whole team there.
You had a sanctification there that was Jaina came in, dropped ring, dropped blizzard, you sanked, Jaina dies because she was so far ahead of everybody. That was over that mid control point. I think you actually may have even had 2 in that general area. There were definitely 2 rings in that. But that was just such a good play, and you guys are going to hear my excitement over some of these sanctifications. And but game number 3, so obviously we had a little bit of a restart challenge there that we had to deal with. The reality of it, and I was a little surprised because everything literally started exactly the same. Varian goes top, Lunara goes bot, Muradin's going, like,
yeah. And
I'm just like, all right, well, you know what? Nobody took the first 2 minutes of that game and changed anything at all. It was just like hitting rewind.
Yeah, I just felt kind of awkward. Like, I'm like, I know they're on their camp. Like, should we like use the last game to our advantage,
or do we just kind of like
right? Or do we just kind of like try to replay the same?
Yeah, but it's. I mean, I don't really. I guess it just kind of worked out in our favor in that regard. But the team actually, in the beginning of the game, they were angry at me because they're like, "You could have forfeited them. It's the playoffs." Blah blah blah. I'm like, I have sportsmanship. Like,
it's not that we were angry. We were just like, it's a guaranteed playoff spot.
So I was like, let's play the game, please. Like, I would hate it if someone did that to me. So, I mean, either way it would have turned out, someone would have been mad at me. So, whatever.
Yeah, we weren't mad. We were just like, it could have been so easy to get into the playoffs type of thing. I would have done the same thing, honestly.
And I think most teams would. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm very much of a stickler about a lot of things. That's not something like if that would have happened in our game. In fact, it did happen in our game. You know, we restarted as well. So it's just, it is what it is, right? You want to be good sports about it. You want to earn that victory. You don't want to get into the playoffs by a technicality, right? You guys want to be there.
Exactly, and that's what I said. I was like, if that were us and we made that mistake and the other captain chose to forfeit us, I would rail into that captain, like, I swear, because, like, that's not good leadership, you know? I wouldn't want to do that.
Yeah, but, I mean, we have rules for a reason, but yeah, I mean, I get it. So, so I don't want to go too deep into the Cursed Hollow here. There were a couple of points that I wanted to bring up, and then I got to get set up for the 11 o'clock here. So Varian, I was a little surprised he didn't go taunt, at least the first time. The second time, obviously, I knew. But I was a little surprised by that. But then I was like, I think this guy's gonna try to get bosses, and that was the plan from the very beginning, I assume, right?
Oh yeah. From the draft.
I was thinking the taunt would have been useful for the Mal'Ganis to interrupt, you know, the sleep, to interrupt his ultimate. Obviously, it worked out really well for you guys. The one highlight that I absolutely gotta shout out, though, mid lane fight, dark conversion gets interrupted by face melt.
Yep.
Game over. Like, that was it. That was the moment that you guys had the game, because it allowed you to get the bruiser camp that you guys stayed way too long on, but it allowed you to get that next tribute and
we were
get
looking
the game.
for a mosh pick there.
Gotcha.
But it worked.
Oh, and tell your Lunara player that if they're going to take dark conversion, you take abolish magic.
Yeah.
You hear that, Iron? Oh, he's gone. Yeah.
So, yeah. So that's it. I just wanted to make sure I pointed those out because I really enjoyed the match tonight. It was fantastic, and so many stakes on the line, you know, for both teams here. And I'm glad you guys were able to pull it off and get your victory.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm stunned. Like, that was a really tense series. Totally. Like, I mean, you know, you come out discouraged out of the first game when you lose, and it's like, okay, well, we got another round, and then it's tied, and it's like, oh, now it's the tie for the playoffs. Stress. And it was so tense.
So
But
would
I'm
you
really,
have
really
preferred that I not told you guys that was for the playoff spot?
I mean, I think it made it more, like, suspenseful. I think we definitely, like, tried harder because of that. So, no, I'm happy with that. I'm okay with it.
Sure. All right. Well, guys, let's go ahead and wrap up. Any shout-outs? And then I've got to get set up for my next cast.
I'm probably just gonna shout out the same people I did last time. Shout out to the Team E-Lite, you guys rock. Shout out to the enemy team, Phoenix Rising Amethyst. You guys were awesome to play against. Shout out to Ripper, the best coach in the world, and also to Angel and Kat, who were watching the stream tonight.
Cool.
Yeah,
Delta?
I just got one more. Yeah, I'm just gonna, all those, of course, and then I want to do a shout out to Crypto Knight, who suggested that we change the way that our team comp works, with because we had me as the tank and we had our offlaner as a ranged assassin. And I think the switch up has really helped our team improve overall.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, sometimes it takes a little bit to, you know, really find your stride as a team, and sometimes that means that you just have to switch roles and try things a little bit differently. But really glad that you guys, you know, stuck it out. Obviously, you had a rough start to the season, but I heard a lot of good things even when I wasn't casting you, and you know, I've been almost in your exact position. I was 1 point shy of being in this exact position. So, you know, you've got the opportunity to play some really good teams, and I hope that you go far in the playoffs.
Thank you.
All right, guys, have a good night.
All right, you too.
Alrighty. So we are getting set up for our next matchup, which is going to be Full Meta Jacket versus Vilefin Murgles. Absolutely, you know, great play out of both teams tonight. Really fantastic series to watch. Happy everybody joined us for this. And give us about 5 minutes to get set up for the next game. It's going to be a Division C West. Don't go anywhere.